Hello everyone, I'm Jack of all Trades, and today we'll have a look at my portfolio update for the month of April. I did not make a lot of transactions, but let's see how my performance was. Let's have a look. So what are we going to discuss today? Well, first we'll look at my transactions, then we'll look at what my portfolio is, how it performed, and then we'll finish up by looking at the long-term growth. It's good to know I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say is my personal opinion. And before you buy or sell a stock, please do your own research. And I'm a new YouTube channel, so if you want to help me out, please subscribe to my channel. You'll stay updated with all the latest videos that I made, so please do that. So I made one transaction in the month of April. That's on the 23rd of April. And I bought one stock of Nvidia, and I paid $825.25 for it. And by doing this, I deviated from my 50-50 rule. My 50-50 rule is that half of what I put in is going towards a worldwide ETF, the MSCI World, and the other 50% is going towards stocks. But because Nvidia went down quite a bit and I wanted to step in, I had to use a bit more of my money towards Nvidia. I will make sure that in the future I will put a bit more into the ETF, into the MSCI World, so I get back to my 50-50 rule, but I just didn't want to let this chance go away. So what did I do? I bought one share of Nvidia, and I made a previous video explaining why I think Nvidia is a good buy at this moment. They're doing very well because their chips are selling well, and the chips are being sold well because of the big boom of AI. Especially their data centers are booming because of this. Even though they're very expensive compared to their current earnings, I still think that they have a bright future ahead. So even though you pay a lot right now, you get a lot of growth in the future back for it. And eventually the value of the stock will move towards the current price. So I think it is a good buy at this moment. The reason I bought, as I mentioned earlier, is because the price dropped. And I still think the value is the same. So therefore it was a bit cheaper than it was before. And I decided to step in and add a bit to my portfolio. So what does my portfolio look like? Well, it is unchanged from before, so I'll be a little bit faster than normal. I have two ETFs. One is the MSCI World, that's my big one. And the small one is the AEX, that's the Dutch stock market, because I'm from the Netherlands myself. I have 6 Dutch stocks. They are Alberts, Aegon, ASML, ASR, Basic Fit and Flow Traders. I have a German stock, that's Bayer, a French stock, that's LVMH, Chinese stock, that's Alibaba, one Taiwanese stock, that's TSMC, and 3 USA stocks, Amazon, Microsoft, and Nvidia. All 3 of them are part of the Magnificent 7. Let's look a bit more precisely at my portfolio. 42.8% of the money invested is currently in the World ETF, the MSCI World, and 4.2% is in the Dutch ETF that I mentioned before. The rest consists of 13 stocks, and each of them have usually between 3 and 6% of value. At this moment, Microsoft is a bit too low. It's only 3%. And my plan for the future is to add a bit more to Microsoft because it's one of the main pillars in my head of my portfolio. But if it's my main pillar, it should consist of a way bigger percentage. So I think next month or maybe the month after, if the price is still okay, I'm going to add to Microsoft. AGN is a bit low on purpose because it is in the same market as ASR. It's an insurance company, so I combined them actually. And it's good to know because I bought Nvidia. I only had a little bit of money remaining to invest and I kept it as cash. So my cash is slightly higher than it is normally. So what was my performance last month? Actually, it was one of the first months that I made a loss. The value increased by 0.99%, but it increased mainly because of the deposit I did. I added a little bit over 2%, which gave me a loss of a little bit over 1%. Even though I lost money, it's good to compare it to the rest of the market. And as you can see, the MSCI World went down with 1.22%. So because of this, I actually still outperformed the market, even though it went down. As you can see, the US dollar moved up 1.18%. The US dollar is 80% of my portfolio, so that had a small effect on my result of this month. If you look overall, you see that my insurance companies, Aegon and NN, did pretty well. Flow Traders went up and also Alibaba. On the other hand, my tech stocks, ASML, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon and TSMC went down. And also LVMH and Bayer did not do so well. So if you look at my total performance of the month, You can see that in the first 2 weeks there was barely any movement. Then around the 15th of April until the 19th, my portfolio went down just like the whole market did. And then around the 23rd, I did both my deposit, but also the whole market went up a bit. And I ended up a little bit more positive than how I started the month. But if you correct it for the deposit that I did, then I made a small loss. So let's have a look at the overall portfolio performance in the last 1.5 years. I started recording this in December 2022, and up until now I've made quite a nice profit. In the beginning months I've been hovering slightly above my deposits, but starting from October 2023 I've actually been making quite a nice profit. And April 24 was the first month that I did not increase the profit that I made. But this is normal. It can't go up every month. Your portfolio sometimes goes up, sometimes goes down, but on average the green gap between my deposits and my profit is increasing and increasing, and I hope within a couple of years that gap will be even bigger. So that was the last slide already. Thanks for checking out my video. I hope it was of any use to you. If you got any value out of it or you want to stay up to date with the latest videos that I made, then please subscribe. If you liked it, then please like it. And if you have any questions or you want to know how I keep track of my portfolio, please leave a comment and I will respond to each of them. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.